We're in a bit of a Limp Biscuit mood today. Rolling, 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 rolling is the topic of this. Just the tip.
Hi, I'm Damien Humphreys.
I'm Luke Hindmarsh.
And we are.
In Deep Crit.
And on this, just the tip, we want to talk about dice rolling, the cornerstone of any nutritious role-playing session. Is it? Do you need dice to role-play? Are we rolling the dice all the time? Do we roll the dice too much? How about stopping rolling dice?
Flip a coin instead. Right. What do you mean, Damien? What are you talking about? You're confusing me.
Roll insight.
I got a 19, but I'm beginning to think that the difficulty rating or whatever it's called that I was looking for was 20.
Always
one step away.
Yeah, so always asking for skill checks, always asking for ability rolls. Obviously, some situations within most role-playing games, and certainly the top ones, combat requires dice rolls. You know, there's those moments where there's the element of chaos needs to be introduced, and when you need to introduce an element of chaos, dice are the best way of doing that we have, and the most fun way, I think, as well. Like, everybody likes rolling dice. We like rolling dice around a table and waiting for that critical roll or that critical success or critical failure. It's a good moment. But I don't like rolling them all the time.
No.
I don't like being in games where I have to roll dice to spot something really obvious.
Yes.
You know, how many people are in the room? Roll perception. Well, I can walk into a room and I can count how many people are in the room, thank you.
If your character knows how to count.
Yes. If I'm not playing a half-orc barbarian, I probably know how to count. There may be some half-orc barbarians that can count.
Yes. It's been very prejudiced of you, I must say.
Another thing I've tried to stop doing, and actually at current campaigns players don't tend to do it a lot, but if a group is searching a room and they say, we're going to spend some time to search this room, I'm not going to make them roll perception to find a secret door.
No.
Because
you don't.
If you're searching the room thoroughly, you're going to find the secret door. Like, well, you search around and after 10 minutes, you find this area of the room that appears to be different from the rest of the room. But it's different from the rest of the room.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
I suppose
it's
if you've got the character who's going through the whole bookcase, I'm pulling out every book. Well, there's a red one that won't come when you pull. Well, I pull harder. Oh, okay, you've opened the secret door.
Yeah.
Don't if they declare they're doing something that would reveal, if you know what the secret door is, there is no reason to make them roll the dice when they tell you they're doing the very thing that would find the secret door.
Yeah.
As you say, counting how many people are in the room is an extreme example, but yeah.
Roll athletics to climb the tree. Well, if my strength score is a decent amount, or I'm proficient in athletics, I can probably climb the tree.
The time to use a dice roll is when there is a dramatic situation or a potentially amusing situation that can occur. But I always see there's a problem with rolling the dice is when you roll, and this is another video topic called fudging, but we'll come to that.
Yeah.
When you roll the dice, if the player rolls the dice and can see the dice result, they've got the dice result and you have to deal with that. And if they fail a dice roll to climb the tree, they don't climb the tree. Or you have to somehow say that they do climb the tree but fail in their athletics.
Yeah.
Fall out of the tree or whatever. But
particularly if it's something relatively easy, like climbing a tree, and you set a really low DC, say you set the DC at 5, but they roll a 1 and their athletics is +3. Well, they've failed to climb the tree. You now have to deal with that failure. So try not to introduce situations like that where you have to deal with a failure of something that's quite straightforward.
Now, that said, the same situation where you have a whole load of goblins and wargs running down from the Misty Mountains to get you, and everyone else, all the dwarves and the wizard, are up the tree, and you're just a halfling who could normally climb a tree, but you're struggling, and oh dear, there's a wolf about to eat you, and you fail. This is a situation for a dice roll, or a die roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I think, mostly if the character is not under pressure to succeed in something, why roll for it? If there's no pressure or consequence to it, and maybe that's different with picking locks and things because there's a certain mechanical element to that, not like game mechanics, but also mechanical element to that. But if by the same token, if the rogue is saying, and maybe I do still get people to roll investigation if they're looking for traps, but maybe if they're searching something carefully for traps, maybe that's something I can start saying, well, you don't find any, or you find this trap, and then the difficulty then becomes to disarm the trap rather than find the trap.
Yeah.
Unless it's particularly magical or well hidden.
So, I mean, it's not a rule. This is a tip. It's not a rule. You can roll whenever you've... It's not a mistake to make the climbing of a tree in a mundane situation a roll, necessarily. But you just don't need to do it every single time. The more you get into the mindset of saving the rolls for where there's a dramatic situation, the more they will have an impact.
I think so. And also, as a games master, as a dungeon master, I decide when the dice get rolled.
Yes. This annoys me immensely. I've said so as a player in a game where I'm not going to criticise the other player for it, except I am a player making it to saying, "Oh well, I've rolled this." Well, why did you? The DM didn't ask any of us to roll anything, and is focused on a different player right now. Why are you rolling anything? I appreciate maybe maybe if I were DMing, I might have asked you to roll that. Maybe I wouldn't. But you are saying, I think I should have been asked to roll this, and the DM has made a mistake here, and that is.
And maybe they have, but there's a better way of doing that.
Well,
saying in character,
I want to look around.
I want to look around, or I'm not sure about this guy.
I want to study their movements.
Yeah.
What's their facial expression telling me? A hint to the DM of I'm doubting the situation, and maybe you'll have to roll. Maybe you won't have to roll.
Yeah.
So that's probably. So that covers the two sides of rolling. Rolling. You don't have.
He's rolling.
Rawhide. Better than me singing Limp Bizkit, because that would be bad. I don't actually know the words to that song, to be perfectly honest, beyond the rolling part. Not that I'm knocking Limp Bizkit if you like Limp Bizkit. And with the biscuit nice and limp, that's the end of this tip.
It is. Cheerio.